Hi there, Dr. Steve Marsden back, answering another question by video, a question that was posted on Ask Dr. Steve DVM. This question is about Clostridium and how to get rid of it. Sarah Fairbrass writes that her dog is on probiotics, a kibble augmented with meat and cottage cheese, and her dog has been diagnosed with Clostridium difficile and Clostridium perfringens, and also previously Campylobacter, another type of uncommon but problematic bacteria. This has all caused bouts of diarrhea and vomiting in her dog that is actually leading to emergency room visits, and she wants to know what can she do in the way of supplements to get rid of this problem. Antibiotics are notoriously ineffective against Clostridium. Why is that? Same thing with people. There's actually a really good answer. Clostridium as a genus loves environments with no oxygen. So that in the body, how do you get an environment with no oxygen? It has to have no blood supply. If it has no blood supply, then that means antibiotics, which you dutifully take, pop it in your mouth, antibiotics may actually not ever get to the site of infection because the bloodstream just isn't carrying them there. What we really need is something for which the bloodstream doesn't matter. It's not confined. That whatever it is can just sweep through the system, whether or not the blood is carrying it or not. We need that, and we also. Well, let me just ask you, what if someone cracks an orange on the other side of the room? How long does it take before you smell it? It's almost instantaneous, right? If somebody's eating a lot of garlic for lunch, how long before you notice? Not very long, right? So aromatic substances, they travel very swiftly, and they travel in the body through every single barrier. They're like ghosts. So they just dissolve into cell membranes on one side and then dissolve back out of them on the other unscathed. No blood supply needed. So aromatic antimicrobial compounds are really helpful in getting rid of Clostridium species, including Clostridium perfringens, especially a formula that's called Protect the Middle. Now, this is a Con Essentials product that you can sometimes find online, or else you can find it via some of the Ask Dr. Steve DVM members. Protect the Middle contains a whole bunch of aromatic compounds, including patchouli. Patchouli alone has been shown to kill 22 different microbes and parasites, and there's a lot more than patchouli in there. So it works where other antibiotics don't, because it's not restricted or not dependent on a blood supply in order to get where it needs to be. It's so full of aromatic compounds, like that ghost, it just passes through all the various cell walls, blood vessel walls, intestinal lining walls, etc., and gets to the microbes. And it works quickly because of that. It kills the bacteria usually in a very short period of time, just a few days. So it's one of my favorites for dealing with intestinal infections in general in dogs, but especially Clostridium infections. It's the only thing I ever reach for. Hopefully that helps you out, and thank you for your question. We'll see you later on Ask Dr. Steve DVM.